Welcome to day 2 of Wodland Fest 2025 here in Málaga, Spain. My name is B.Friendly, and we got Mayhem up, workout number 3 on tap for the elite men this morning. For all your competition results and scores, check competition corner. We got 3 scoring opportunities today on the middle day of competition. 2 workouts yesterday, 2 more coming up tomorrow. We got 60 men in 4 heats of 15 getting ready to take on a workout that you probably have seen before if you've been following along. It was at the Mayhem Classic. The only difference here is that the assault bikes are out instead of the echo bikes. So we got 30 cals, 30 muscle ups, and 30 cals to finish it out. Erjan Jokaj out of Albania here in lane number 2. We have Tim Sini from France in lane 3. Ayer Bjorn Gunsteinsen in lane 4 out of Iceland. Get in the camera, Tyler. Tyler Clark out of Australia, lane number 5, excuse me. Pedro Munoz will be in 6. Representing Spain, Sam Whitworth out of the UK. Black shirt back there will be in lane 7. Ali de la Guardia, beige shorts on there out of the Canary Islands, will be in lane 8. Joni Mata out of Finland will be in 9. Jan Guznak from Poland will be in lane 10. Lane 11. Looks like a scratch. Oh no, Aaron Madrid is coming up behind me here. Next in we got Alexander Marcilak out of Spain. Rob Skilaki there in the black Adidas out of the UK. One of 4 South Korean athletes, Kyung Hee Lim, will be in lane 14. Daniel Goulet from from Canada, excuse me, in lane 15. And Alejandro Ocaña out of Spain will round out heat number 1 for the men. Getting ready to take on Mayhem up. "30 seconds to the start, and we do have Roman Krenikov not only leading the men's division, but also having done this event at Mayhem Classic in Cookville a couple weeks ago. So we know what an elite score on this can be with the Echo Bike. It's just about, I think, 3:18 if I'm recalling correctly. And anything under 4 minutes is going to be pretty good on this. But the Assault Bike definitely puts a little wrinkle into it. In general, that should make it slightly faster. And the top of the heat here, first heat of 4 for the bikes. 30 cals. We know that people can get off of this in under 30 seconds if they want to. The question is, do they want to? We also know from watching some of the men and women in Mayhem that having the ability to do the muscle-ups unbroken or even in 2 sets can factor in. So you don't only have to be great on the bike to do great on this event. And we see hands starting to go up. Tyler Clark amongst the first of them there in the white. Sam Whitworth in the black. Also looks like he's got a hand up. And Ayer Gunsteinsen out of Iceland. Whitworth is going to be first onto the rig. He's in the black t-shirt just off center from the left. And move the camera position today. We appreciate the feedback in the comment section. We had it up in the catwalk yesterday, and we know it's shaking as some of the fans were on the rig or on the railing. Moved it down below. Hopefully, with the reseating, we can get all of the lanes in frame, at least for the muscle ups here. And I think this wide view is quite nice. I mean, it's always great to have a close-up shot of the athletes, but if there happens to be someone that I'm not focused on that's going to rip off a big set or an unbroken set like we saw a couple of the women do in Mayhem, Claudia Gluck being a good example, this is a good way to give you a chance to not only see that athlete, but also see that kind of performance. I don't know if I'll do it for every heat, but I think the wide shot here makes a lot of sense. Break for Whitworth, break for Clark. Clark in the white t-shirt, lane 5 to the left is back up. "60 guys in the field, and yesterday we saw actually from lane 1 in the outside lane, Miguel Garcia put up one of the top scores on the max double unders at the Velitas heavy rope event. So in a field like this, there's definitely the possibility to see some good performances throw down. They may not win. We have obviously some of the best in the world here, but they can certainly factor into that equation. I think we're going to see that throughout the day today. Ali De La Guardia, middle of the floor with the gold shoes and brown shorts, has 3 reps to go. Ali De La Guardia at least registered on my radar for the first time last December, making it to Dubai Fitness Championships through the qualifier for that. And here he is, first back on the bikes, 30 calories to go for De La Guardia. In lane 6, Pedro Munoz, the young man from Spain, purple shorts, is going to be next onto the bike. The only 2 guys onto the bike at this point. 4 reps to go in the middle of the floor. Lane 10, that's Jan Guznak. 2 reps to go for Whitworth in lane 7. 2 reps to go for Clark in lane 5, as well as Ayer in lane 4. Looks like Yang Hee Lim also with maybe 1 or 2 reps to go. Most of the hands are going up. That's keying on the leaders here. Ali De La Guardia on the right of this shot with the gold shoes. Middle of the screen in the purple shorts is Pedro Munoz. Hand up for Ali De La Guardia. He's looking to his left, he's looking to his right. He's going to try to set the quickest time here. We're just approaching 4 minutes on the clock. 2 more calories for De La Guardia. Most of the field's on the bike, and De La Guardia is about to get off of it, grinding for that last calorie. Ali De La Guardia, King Kong from the Canary Islands, is going to set this early score to beat for the men. 4:14 unofficial for De La Guardia. It's going to be a race to the finish here. Looks like Jan is going to get across. Pedro Munoz got a little confused with his jungler, so Jan Guzniak, Pedro Munoz will get in. Bit of a race to the finish here. Ayer is going to leg out Tyler Clark, so they'll be 4th and 5th in the heat. Hand up for Whitworth. Here comes Sam Whitworth, one of several guys from the UK competing this weekend. He'll get across. Yang Hee Lim is going to find his way to the finish line as we tick past the 5-minute mark. Great effort there for the South Koreans. Left side of the floor in the pink out there, Tim Sini out of France. He'll get across the line. Lane number 12, Alexander Marcilak. Couple hands up here. Looks like lane 13 is going to be the next line in. Rob Skilaki will get across the line. Joni Mata out of Finland. And we got a race to the finish here. Lane 15 right after Mata is Goulet, followed by lane number 11, Aaron Madrid. Alejandro Ocaña is going to get across the line, leaving Erjan Dokaj far side of the floor as the last man working. .4:15 unofficial time for Ali De La Guardia. Erdogan Dokaj out of Albania, last man working here. Got the Tirana Throwdown coming up pretty soon in Albania, the biggest competition that they will have ever had in that country. Made some friends from Albania over the last couple of years at the Fall Series Throwdown. Jonas Skandaj, Syria Meha. And Carnage on the floor as expected. Heat 1 of 4 in the books for the men here on workout number 3. Ale de la Guardia, 450. Heat 2, workout 3 for the elite men here at Wodland Fest on the competition floor. Getting ready to take Mayhem up. 30 cals on the assault bike, 30 bar muscle up, 30 cals on the assault bike. Rafa Roku, lane number 2, representing Spain. Antonio Garcia Robolo, Spain, in lane 3. Sian Dunphy out of the UK. Lane number 4, Ingi Donson out of Iceland, there in the blue in lane number 5. Lane 6, Nicholas Bedon. He had to kind of remove himself from competition last night. It was just a lat strain during the event. He said he'd get into the warm-up area today, test it out, and give it a go. So he's out here. Let's see how it goes on the muscle-ups. But Bedon is going to give it a go out of Ecuador. Next to him, we got Changriman, the other South Korean male in the field. Sam Zurlik out of Finland here, lane number 8. Diego Pereira out of Portugal, lane 9. Yuri Marinchenko out of Italy in lane 10. Joseph Hurley, UK, lane 11. Oh man, I love this shirt. Lane number 12, Felix Sobron out of Spain. Nice shirt. Norbert Jedra out of Poland, lane number 13. Here's Diego Calderon, Fit Process out of France. Lane number 14, Michel Van Gijom. Man, that's it's like the only name I'm struggling with, and I know Michel too. Oh well. Out of Belgium, great guy. Black shirt, red shoes. Antonios Makaronis out of Greece will round out heat number 2 for the elite men. 2 of 4 heats, 15 guys per heat, 60 total remain in the division. 4:15, Ali de la Guardia out of the Canary Islands here in Spain set the top time. In heat number 1, about a half dozen guys underneath that 5-minute mark, and I think that Ali de la Guardia's time may stand up to be a pretty decent one. "30 seconds to the start. Crowd starting to fill in here on Saturday. Got a lot of community action going on as well. Roger Gilros there in the stands, and some friends from Greece as well, waving at the camera. Here we go. Heat 2, workout 3, day 2 of 3 here at Wodland. 30 cals on the assault bike. Calderon there, getting the bike moving quickly. Joseph Hurley, looks like he's hit right on top of that bike there. You like to see that position. One of the bigger guys in the heat. Sam Zurlik, veteran of the Turco 2005, many years over. Great to see him down here in Spain competing. And there is Bedone, one of the first with the hands up, actually the first in the heat. And let's keep an eye on him and see what happens with these muscle ups and how that lat has recovered from yesterday. Facundo, his coach, is back there watching eagerly. Only man to the muscle ups. Here comes Zurlik. And far side of the shoulder, Michel, and then Murphy in the middle of the floor. So far, so good for Bedone. Left side of the wide shot there is Bedone in the salmon-colored shorts and the black t-shirt. 2 to his right, Sam Zurlik was first up on the bar. In between them is An Shangrim, 2021 bronze medalist at the Olympics in judo. One of 2 athletes being coached by Nick Fowler here this weekend. The other one, Diana Pinchik, is the 10th place currently on the women's side of things. Bedone comes down. All the men in the heat are now onto the muscle ups. Just keeping an eye on Bedone over there. You kind of just watching him see that he's just not trusting his body in the same way that he maybe could otherwise. He comes down with 5 to go. Sam Zurlik, 4 reps to go, and he's still hanging on the bar. He's really getting the hips into it. Generally, you do see the pulling become less and less prominent and the hip drive up towards the bar being a little bit more favored. It's his last rep. He goes to the chicken wing. Doesn't matter. He gets it. So Sam Zurlik out of Finland, middle of the floor, first back onto the bike. 30 calories to go at the 250 mark. 4:15 from Ali de la Guardia, and that time is definitely going to be going down. Antonios Makaronis, far side of the floor, got that big set of muscle ups done, and Bedone will be third. So it's Zurlik from Finland, Makaronis from Greece, Bedone out of Ecuador, and then in the green and white, Felix Sobron out of Spain. Here comes Yuri Marinchenko in the maroon shirt, middle of the floor. Lane number 3, far left side, Antonio Garcia Rololo from Spain. Michel Van Giselen from Belgium's back to the bike. Here comes Diego Calderon and Sian Dunphy on opposite sides of the floor. Hands up for most of the men back on the pull-up bar. Dunphy's got 2 to go. Shangrim's got 2 to go. 2 to go for Pereira. Last rep for Hurley, excuse me. Hand up for Sam Zerlich. Sam Zerlich out of Finland. Shout out to Emmy. 4:03, new time to beat. And the race is on here. Michel crushes the last 30 cals. He'll be after De La Guardia by 4:17. Here comes Macaronas out of Greece, 4:20 mark. Sobron in the green and white is getting to the finish line. There goes Sian Dunphy. Incredible work on the last bike himself. Passed by several men, and he's not one of the bigger athletes in the field. Good tactics there, Yuri Marinchenko and Nicolas Bedone. I don't even know if they realize that they're racing. It looks like Bedone by 1 step over Marinchenko. Another race potentially coming up here, lane 13. Norbert Jedra is going to get in about 2 meters ahead of, I think that's Antonio Garcia down on the other side of the floor. Portugal's Diego Pereira is going to get in. Here comes Joseph Hurley, and Diego Calderon is going to try to race him down. He'll come up a meter short there. But great finish across the line for Calderon. Ingi Jonsson for Iceland will get across. Last 2 men in the heat here. Both have hands up. Anshan Grim closer to us. Rafa Roku back there in the pink and green. And Anshan Grim will get in about 5:37, 5:38 for Rafa Roku, and that'll do it for the men in heat number 2. Sam Zerlich out of Finland taking the heat win. New fastest time to beat. 4:03 unofficial. See what the guys in heat 3 and 4 have to say about it. 2 heats down, 2 heats to go for the men here on workout 3. Start of day 2. Heat 4 for the elite men here on Mayhem Up. Workout 3 of 7 this morning. Or this weekend, I should say. We got Pierre de Moule out of CrossFit Jeunesse. Out of from France, of course. Marco Schleiderman in lane 15 out of Switzerland there in the black and green. Next to him, Rui Figueiredo out of Portugal in 14. Alexander Plushkin out of Russia in lane number 13. Branislav Lenkovic, currently sitting 21st overall back there in the black shorts and neon shoes. He'll be in lane number 12. Lane number 11, Lucas Grulev returned to competition this year after 2 years recovering from surgery out of Denmark in lane 11. Next to him in lane number 10, we got Victor Cardenas Arapilas out of Spain. Thumbs up for all the fans watching Victor there. Lane number 9, Len Postel out of Germany. Oh, wow. Right next to each other, huh? And lane number 8, Carl Feldmer. Both guys sitting inside the top 20 right now, looking to make a climb today. Alvaro Gomez, El Ninja here from Spain in lane number 7. Chris Chambers, fascinating story if you didn't see it yesterday. New on the competition scene, lives in Mallorca from the USA. The skills got him a bit yesterday. I'm very excited to see the capacity here on this one. In the black shirt there, we got Jakub Cislek out of Poland. Dan Tai out of the UK will be in lane number 4. Fredrik Lindstrom out of Sweden, there in lane number 3. Shout out to his supporters back there. Big fans of the sport and always watching what we're doing. Anastas Artemis out of Greece. 30th right now, not in the position that he was expecting to be or that really anyone was, but you gotta love this guy's attitude. He posted a clip from the movie Sparta and said, it doesn't matter what the odds are stacked against us, we're going to war. Anastas Artemis shaking off a tough day 1, but means business here on day 2. Heat 3 of 4, these are athletes 16 through 30 following 1 day of competition here at Wodland Fest. 30 cals on the assault bike, 30 bar muscle up, 30 cals on the assault bike, 4:03 unofficial from Sam Zerlich, the time to beat Ali De La Guardia out of heat number 1, 4:15, second fastest time we've seen. Chambers with a New York Jets cutoff t-shirt on. Good breathing. A little tight in the shoulders, but powering through the bike there. See how the muscle ups go for him. Hands up for Carl Feldmer already. Wow. So Feldmer, aggressive, and you're going to see him here as we shift to the wide shot. The only man on the pull-up bar working on those muscle-ups. Hands up for several of the others. Far left side of the floor, Anastas Artemis will be 3 reps behind Feldmer, second to the pull-up rig. Here comes Len Postel, Chris Chambers, Rui Figueiredo on the right side in the white shirt. Braun is done, Alvaro Gomez is done. Dan Tai hops up there. He's towards the left side of the screen in the black shorts and almost into that uprise, gymnastic uprising. Great pulling strengths for Dan Tai, so he gets a little mini press out. Let's see how that progresses through the set of 30. Pierre de Moule in the far right side there in the orange shorts. Out of CrossFit Jeunesse. Next to him, Marco Schleiderman. Decent performance yesterday on the handstand walking legless rope climb jump rope. See if he can capitalize on the gymnastics here in the middle part of this very condensed down and back chipper. Break for Cardenas in the middle of the floor. It's a big opening sets for a lot of the athletes. Chambers off the bar. Feldmer jumps back up. Gomez takes a break in the white shirt. Alexander Plushkin off to the right in the all black. Lane number 13. Fast cycle rate on the muscle ups there. And a really strong pull for him as well. Similar body type to Dan Tai. And similar style on the muscle up as well with a aggressive pull and short range of a press out. Anastas Artemis does not look like he's come off the pull-up bar. Far left side of the floor. And Anastas Artemis, I think, may have done 30 unbroken. Anastas Artemis, 3 reps behind Feldmer to start. Made up 7 reps as Feldmer still has 4 to go and is on the floor. Branislav Alenkovic, second to the bike. Anastas looks down there and sees him. Len Pasto, blue shorts, middle of the floor. Next one there. Anestis in the foreground. Here comes Dan Ty, fourth off the bike. So some of the more well-known athletes in the heat getting back to the bike first. Here comes Feldmer. He was first off the bike, fifth to it. Alexander Plushkin's going to join him in the black t-shirt. Can Feldmer capitalize on the bike again under a little bit more fatigue? Scheidemann and Alvaro Gomez get to the bike as well. No hands up yet. Jakob Chisak in the white hat, black shirt, done with his muscle-ups. One to go for Chambers. Here comes Frederick Lindstrom in the black shorts next to Anestis there. Anestis Artemis, last 4 reps. We're at the 3:42 mark. 4:02 is the time to beat, and with 1 heat to go. Bronislaw, 2 reps to go. 1 now for Anestis, and it's going to be a race to the finish. Anestis Artemis will leg out Bronislaw Alenkovic. Anestis and Braun both under 4 minutes. Those will be the top 2 guys in the heat. Apologize for the camera guys there, but I think we got it anyway. Anestis Artemis will have the new top time, followed by Bronislaw. Len Postel. Here he comes. Legs barely functioning. He'll be past that 4:15 mark, 4:19 unofficial for Len. Here comes Carl Feldmer. 4:29, he'll get in. Hand up for Dan Ty. 1 calorie go for Lucas Grulev. Dan Ty, nice hustle across the finish line, 4:37. Here is Grulev coming. 4:43 on the clock for him. Alvaro Gomez gingerly making his way across the floor. Gomez will get in, 4:52. Race to the finish here. Chislik and Chambers, neither one of them can run too fast. Chislik by about a meter, 4:57, 4:58. Rui Figueiredo will get in, 5:05, followed by Marco Scheidemann, 5:07. There comes Plushkin. Alexander Plushkin, 5:15. Victor Cardenas, 5:17. Here comes Lindstrom out of Sweden, 5:23. And Pierre Lemuel in a very tightly contested heat. We're getting in about 5:32. So Bronislaw Alenkovic, Anestis Artemis, top 2 in the heat, within about a second of each other. Anestis legged him out there at the end. And both guys looking to surge up the leaderboard today. With 1 heat to go, we'll see how well those scores stack up. Oh, did you get Anestis' score already? Did you have Anestis? She hasn't. Didn't get to the scorecard in time. I believe it was 3:52 or 3. So we'll keep our eyes on that. 1 heat to go here. Good stuff, Chris. Hey, you're getting the experience. All right, 1 heat to go for the men here on Saturday morning from Málaga. Top 15. Final heat of elite men here on Saturday morning from Málaga, Spain, inside the University of Málaga Sports Complex. And we got an all-star lineup getting set to take on Mayhem up, including Roman Krennikov, who won this workout a couple weeks ago in Cookville. But let's take a look at the full heat of men. Victor Lunddahl, M21 CrossFit, shout out back in Sweden. Alexander Blosik out of Poland. We got Ludwig Hansen out of Finland. Teo Lucis, sitting 9th overall, representing Portugal. Fabian Hermans from the Netherlands, representing himself and his country super well yesterday, looking to back it up today. Joona Koski out of Finland, lane 7. Next to him, Anil Akai, obviously from Spain. Middle of the floor, Roman Krennikov, the current leader in the overall competition. Hot on his heels, Colin Bossard, young man from Switzerland, making his name more and more well known on the global stage. And same can be said for Spanish's Callum Clements with the headband and the gray shorts there. And Moritz Fiebig out of Germany has been known to dominate workouts with bike and bar muscle up in the past. Let's see if he can do it again. Young man from Iceland, Haraldur Holgersson, making his return to competition after 3 years. He'll be in lane 13. The surprise of day number 1, Miguel Garcia Mahler, 77 feet in Barcelona out of Spain. Carlos Ferreira, another Spanish athlete right next to him. Well-deserved spot in this final heat. And out of Belgium, Sven Jeans rounds out the top 15 men from yesterday. Another guy to watch in this one. Very powerful athlete, very experienced competitor. This field is chock full of them. I think you got to give Roman the edge here, but watch out for Moritz, Callum, Anjol at the very least to be challenging him and ultimately fighting for those top positions in this one. Anastas Artemis and Branislav Lenkovic legged it out. Anastas Artemis has the top time to beat. I think it's about 3:52. Roman's 3:18 from a couple of weeks ago. Well, obviously well ahead of that. So this one is going to be blitzkrieg pace, burning it down from the start. It's 30 calories on an assault bike, slightly different than the Echo bike they had in Mayhem. 30 bar muscle ups, 30 more calories. Roman's saying to the crowd, let's go. And I think that they all know what kind of show they're in store for here. I don't even want to pan the floor because by the time I get to Roman, he might be off the bike. He's there in the middle with the black tights on, and everybody just absolutely hammering on this thing. And a drone comes entering the arena right over my head. 24 seconds in, hand is up for Moritz Fiebig. I told you to watch out for this man. If you don't remember Lowlands Throwdown 3 years ago, when he made his first ever CrossFit Games, it was a bike, Echo bike overhead squat, and Moritz Fiebig, now Roman Krennikov, do the muscle ups. Give you the wide shot. Should be able to see the entire rig. Middle of the floor, Roman. Anil Akai to his left, Joona Koski in the red. Cutoff shirt, Colin Bossard on the right in the maroon. To his right is Callum Clements in the gray shorts. Moritz Fiebig still on the bar. Haraldur Holgersson in the purple shorts to his right. Far right side of the floor, you see Sven Jeans in the all black and Carlos Ferreira inside of him. On the left side, Victor Lunddahl in the white. One of the best athletes in Sweden. Had a top 3 finish yesterday on the run sandbag. Had a very unusual, unexpected kind of blow up in the forearms during the workout number 2. Dropped him down a little bit. He's looking to climb back today. Inside of him, Blosik, he may do 30 unbroken muscle outside of Poland. Ludwig Hansen, probably the best man in Finland that you don't yet know besides Henrik Apolainen and of course Joona Koski. Tiago Lucis from Portugal, the long hair and the black pants. And Fabian Hermans in the white shirt there. Moritz is still on the bar, a hand up for Moritz Fiebig. Roman's looking over at him, 152, and Moritz has 3 reps to go. The German Steel looking to make a statement here on Saturday morning. Final rep for Moritz Fiebig. And here he comes, 30 calories to go. Roman looks over at him, no other hands are up, and now Roman, 5 reps to go, but Moritz already back on the assault bike. Hand up for Hermans, hand up for Koski and Clements. Watch Callum Clements on this final bike. I think he may have paced the first one a little bit. But both he and Roman are going to be hammering this. Final rep at the same time. Here comes Clements and Krennikov. The Roman's been there for so long. Moritz has been there for so long already. Now Jonakoski to the bike. The clock is off. Oh my God, I don't see the clock. Okay, Anjola Kai is coming. So it's Moritz, then Callum, Roman, Jona, Anjola Kai, now Fabian Hermans. Sven Jeans to the bike, Geraldo Holgersen to the bike. The clock's running again, we're at 3:02. Still no hand up. Hand up for Moritz, 5 calories to go. Can anyone close him down here? Callum Clements is digging in as deep as he possibly can. Still no hands. It's Moritz Fiebig. It's Germany. Fiebig on the bike and the muscle ups again. Moritz Fiebig will walk it off. Saturday morning, event win for Moritz. 1 to go. Roman Konikov, he was second and first yesterday. He'll be second again here to start things off. Anjola Kai will get across. Third in the heat, third in the division. Anjola Kai will make up ground on Clements, Bossard, and Koski, and Fabian Hermans. Do not sleep on this man. Hermans will get in 3:48. Clements will get in 3:49. They should both beat Anestis. Koski 3:52. He'll be on the split seconds with Anestis and Braun from the previous heat. I told you Sven Jeans would be in this, and here he comes. That last calorie just will not take over, and now Sven finally will get cleared to go to the finish line. Sven Jeans at 4:07. Hands up for several other men here on the floor. Holgersen and Bossart, Colin Bossart. Not too bad, 4:16. We'll see where it shakes out. Here comes Tiago Lucis on the far side of the floor out of Portugal. Geraldo Holgersen chased him down, 4:23, 4:24. Ludwig Hansen's coming in, 4:28 for Hansen. Ludwig with 1 to go. Excuse me, Lundal with 1 to go on the far side of the floor. You see him in the white there. Carlos Ferreira, far opposite side of the floor, trying to chase him down. Victor Lundal falls across the line at 4:40. Ferreira the same at 4:43. Only Garcia and Blosik are left on the floor. Garcia on the right, Alexander Blosik out of Poland in the black, and maroon will be the next finisher here, also under the 5-minute mark. 4:55 for Blosik. And Miguel Garcia, who was the sleeper on day 1, came out of nowhere, gets the chance to go against the big dogs on day 2. And man, I mean, everyone is on the floor at the finish line except for Moritz Fiebig. There is the carnage, and Moritz goes to the ground as well. Not a single man left standing after Mayhem up here in Malaga. 3 reps to go. Y'all gotta see on our the heat to come to an end. Workout 3 is in the books. Moritz Fiebig, first off the bike, first off the bar, first to the finish line. Event win for Fiebig, keeps himself in that podium and championship hunt. Roman Krenikov, 3 events, 3 top 2 finishes. Anjola Kai, 3rd place in the heat, 3rd place in the event. It is pretty tight behind Roman on the leaderboard, so he's probably going to make up some ground on Koski. And Fabian Hermans, another beyond respectable performance from the young man from the Netherlands. Let's see if we can get a word from Moritz. I mean, this is an absolutely devastating workout. I'm not sure how well he's going to be breathing or feeling, but let's give him a second and see if we can catch a word with him. Moritz, can you speak yet? No?
It was way harder than in training.
No interview?
Thank you. Later, okay?
Yeah. Moritz. So we'll see how it shakes out there. And Roman Krenikov's 2nd place on that one, just like he started the day yesterday. Mayhem Up is in the books for the men. Elite Women coming up next year from Málaga.
is 2 minutes. And the bike plays and come to the starting mat.
Elite men wrap up workout 3. Elite women heat 1 of 4 on the competition floor here at the University of Malaga, getting ready to take on Mayhem up. Let's introduce you to the field. Vilde Berkeley out of Norway, lane number 3. Lauren Hunter from the UK, turned 26 yesterday. Happy birthday, lane number 4. Kerttu Aho out of Finland in lane 5. Christina Peterson from Germany, lane 6. Sina Hartel out of Switzerland in lane 7. Danae Fernandez Miglioria from Argentina in the red there in lane number 8. Marie Rongstad out of Norway, lane number 9. Justine Kachaeva from the UK in lane 10. Emma Galova from Slovakia there in orange in lane 11. Chelsea Ranieri from the United States there in lane number 12. Roxanne Cocher, lane number 13. Out of France, Angelica Bengtsson from Sweden, in all black there in lane 14. And Sofia Lianani across from Marbella, representing Morocco, waving to her fans there, rounding out the heat. 55 women in the elite division here, reseeded after yesterday. 13 or 14 per heat, 4 heats taken on Mayhem up. For the women, it's 24 cals on the assault bike, 30 bar muscle ups, and 24 cals to finish it up. And here we go, heat 1 of 4 for the elite women. Workout 3 of 7 on the weekend. Got 3 workouts on the middle day of competition. It's probably my favorite format for competition, 2-3-2. And it gives a real credence to the name Moving Day. $24 cals to start things out here. Lower number lanes on the left side of the screen, higher numbers on the right. Athletes in lanes 3 through 15 for this one. Minute 10 on the clock, still looking for that first hand up. And there it is. I think that might have been Bengtsson, followed by Kachaeva, Aho, Migliori, and Martel. Peterson with a hand up, Lauren Hunter as well, and hands up for almost every female on the floor at this point. First one off is Justine Kachaeva, middle of the floor in the black top. Kerttu Aho on the left in the brown, on par with her there. First 2 women to get some muscle ups in the bank. On the right side, it's Bengtsson up. Third in the heat to the muscle ups. Lauren Hunter on the left side in the light blue top and black shorts. Very fast cycle rate on the muscle ups. Sofia Benani finishes up her bike. All the women in heat 1 to the muscle ups. Very interesting technique in lane 7. Sina Hartel has a huge hip drive, but she intentionally keeps her feet low. Not even her knees are breaking the plane of the bar, but it's a very clever way to get some lower body momentum and potentially compensate for not the strongest pull, or save that pull for when you need it in the later rounds, or reps of this set, which is kind of the opposite of what's on the men's side. Middle of the floor, lane 10, Kachaeva has almost the opposite, that high pull. It's more of an upright torso, doesn't get the hips very high at all. Comes on top of the bar almost vertical. And it's Hartel with the hand up, so that unique technique paying off for her. I'll give you a shot of it here, a close up for the last couple reps. See, she's almost Hartel is still the only one off the muscle ups. Approaching 4 minutes. Hunter drops with 2 to go. Marie Rongstad, middle of the floor in 9 with 1 to go, and same with Kacheva. Now Rongstad was the second to last woman to the bar, and Kacheva was first, but they get back on at the exact same time. Erdu Aho as well on the left out of Sweden, so Aho, Rongstad from Norway, and Kacheva from the UK will have a race on the bike. See if any one of them can catch up to Sina Hartel. Lauren Hunter fifth in the heat to the bike left side of the floor. 5 women here in this first heat on the final 24 calories. Bengston comes off right side of the floor. Migliori in lane number 8 in the red sports bra black pants gets to the bike. Chelsea Ranieri and Emma Galova as well. They're offset on the right side. Second and third from the right on the bike. Sorry, that's Roxanne Cocher that was on the field vertically in on the bike. Hand up for Hartel and Aho. So Kerto Aho, of those 3, the closest to tracking her down. Sina Hartel, out of Switzerland, 5:32, unofficially the time to beat after 1 heat of Mayhem. Up. Here comes Kerto Aho. She'll get in at 5:39. 1 calorie for Rongstad, 1 calorie for Kachayeva. 5 left for Migliori. Marie Rongstad faces the first round. Master of the muscle ups in the second round. Third in the heat. Here comes Kachayeva, both underneath the 6-minute mark. Several hands up here. Migliori is going to be next out of Argentina. Pull wide here as we're going to have women on either side of the floor. Lane 13, Roxanne Cocher. Lane 14, Bengston. And lane number 4, Lauren Hunter will cross at about the same time. So they're going to Cocher, and then between Bengston and Hunter, it's too close to call. Lane number 11 coming right at you, Emma Galova out of Slovakia. Hand up for Ranieri, middle of the floor. On the right side, Peterson and Berkeley are both digging deep. Less than 4 reps to go for all 3 of those. Peterson in the brown top left side of your screen is going to get across out of Germany. Far left of the screen, Vilde Berkeley from Norway. She'll get in at the 6:55 mark. 2 calories remaining for Chelsea Ranieri. And there goes Chelsea finishing up workout number 3, 7:09 unofficial on the clock. Sofia Benani, final female on the floor. It's in Spain now, has Morocco listed as her country of origin. Last 5 calories. Crowd's getting behind her. Got a sold out crowd here today, over 1,000 tickets sold. Tons of athletes on site too. And Sophie Benani will round things out for Heat number 1 on the women's side, but it was Switzerland, Sina Hartel, who sets that top time to beat. Check with the judge here. 5:33 unofficial for Hartel. 3 heats of women to go here on workout 3. We're back with Elite Women Heat 2 on the floor, getting set to take on Mayhem up. I'll introduce you to the athletes here. Heat 2 of 4, Deborah Bignoni from Switzerland in lane number 3. Sarah Alicia Fernandez out of Spain in lane 4. Mingjong Kim out of South Korea in lane 5. Martina Krysiak from Poland, lane number 6. Camille Barbeau, I know she's got some fans watching, out of France here in lane 7. Sapphire Godard out of the UK there in lane number 8. Middle of the floor, Maribel Gallardo out of Spain in lane number 9. She's wearing the red outfit there. In lane 10, we got Marino Rios Lopez, also from Spain. Lane number 11, Martina Borini out of Italy. Lane 12 is going to be Anais Lankry, getting some chalk before heading to the starting mat, representing France. Bergos Bjorgensdottir out of Iceland, young up-and-coming athlete, lane 13. Lisa Laiko, one of the best in Finland on the female side right now. Chiara Sudati, another Italian athlete in the field. Nice for showing on the gymnastics part of yesterday's workout. And Lydia Bartoszewicz out of Germany, rounding out Heat 2 for the elite women here from Málaga, day 2 of Wodland Fest. 2 workouts in the books yesterday. 3 more opportunities to earn points today. We got obviously the muscle-ups and the bike here. We got a lifting complex later on today, and then a triplet with a single dumbbell. So we're gonna have weightlifting tested in a couple different ways. Light for a lot of reps and heavy with the complex to close things out on Saturday night. Crowd's been filling in, and it's expected to get busier and busier throughout the day here. We also have integration for the team competitions with turf games happening outside. So a lot of activity here in Malaga on the middle day of competition for Wodland Fest. Heat 2 elite women heading to the bike for 24 calories, 30 muscle ups, and 24 calories. The salt bikes here, slight change relative to what we've seen in this one with the Echo bike, but the times have been relatively similar so far. 5:33, Sina Hartel, the time to beat out of Heat 1.
Here,
24 calories is what they're chasing down. It looks like it's going to be Sapphire Godard, Lisa Laiko, and Lydia Bartoszewicz, the first 3 women to have their hands up. Lisa Laiko, right side of your floor in the pink and blue, shifting the grips to the front side, and she's going to be first to get to work on these 30-bar muscle-ups. Last calorie for Lydia, last calorie for Sapphire, hands up for several of the others. Anais Lankry with 1 to go. Bergos Bjorgensdottir as well. Laiko's going to have about a 3 muscle-up advantage, maybe 4 or 5 over most of the field. Bergos, Lydia, now Sapphire, and here comes Camille Barbeau, who will be onto the bar the same time as Anais Lankry, both coming out of France. Martina Krysiak in the white top on the left side will jump up there. Lane 11, Martina Borini, and lane number 10, Marina Rios in the middle of the floor in the black sports bras. On the right side of Mariel Gallardo, who's in the all-pink outfit, definitely stands out amongst a bunch of black. Gallardo and Laiko both qualified for the WFP Challenger Division taking place in Indianapolis in the United States in a couple weeks. Getting a little competition experience over here before heading across the pond. Approaching 3-minute mark, 5:33 this time to beat. I think we're going to see that fall heat by heat. No hands up yet. No hands up at the same time for Bjorgensdottir and Laiko. And they both jump off the bar at the same time. So 5 reps to go for both those women. They're right next to each other on the right portion of your screen. Laiko in the pink jumps up. She'll have a 1 rep advantage over Bjorgensdottir in the black cutoff, who just jumps up. Three from Chiara Sudati. She's closed the gap. We know she's got the gymnastics from last night. Here comes Laiko, first to the pull-up bar, first off the pull-up bar. Bjorgensson probably made up the most ground at the muscle-ups. Sudati's going to be third to the bike, so the top three in the heat are right here next to each other.
This is from Dale to Summer to the last.
Hands up for several others. And the pain face already setting in for Lisa Laiko there. And the battle is on. We're at 4:03, so we got a minute 30 seconds. Should not need it now. Far left side of the floor. Sarah Lisa Fernandez, Deborah Pignone, and now Mingjong Kim. In the middle of the floor, Camila Barbeau, Marina Rios, Sapphire Godard, Martina Borini, and now Maribel Gallardo. Last rep for Anaïs Langtree in the entire women's field is in the last 24 calories on the bike here in heat 2 of 4. Hand up for Bjorgensdotter. 5 minutes, 6 by on the clock. Hand up for Laiko. Bjorgensdotter with 3 to go. Laiko with 3 to go. 2 for Bjorgensdotter, 2 for Laiko. Bjorgos with 1. Laiko with 1. 5 for Skudati. And Bjorgensdotter is going to leg it out. Falls across the line. 5:20. Laiko, 5:22. Both of them faster than that 5:33 from heat 1. Sudani with 1 to go. Rios Lopez though. Marina Rios Lopez, lane number 10. Chiara Sudati out of Italy in lane 15. Third and fourth in the heat, both under the 5:40 mark. Oh wow. Get ready for several athletes to move here. Deb Pignoni, far side of the floor, is going to get in. Opposite side of the floor, right in front of us, Lydia Bartojevic gets in. Sarah Alicia Fernandez races it out and legs out Martina Krisiak. There goes Camille Barbeau in the black and white, followed by Myungjung Kim and Martina Borini. Borini at the 6:11 mark. Anaïs Langtree passes Sapphire Godard, 6:19 for her, 6:21. Godard and Maribel Gallardo at 6:29 unofficially will round out the heat. Bergos Bjorgensdotter and Lisa Laiko will be the top 2 times. 5:21, the unofficial score for Bjorgensdotter. Bergos and Lisa there exchanging a high five. Sina Hartel, not bad in heat number 1. Nice work, Lisa. Lisa Laiko waving to the fans back in Finland. Bergos Bjorgensdotter will be the leader. 2 heats down, 2 to go. Workout 3 here in Málaga.
place, Nikki Edwards. Lane number 9, Steve Gladdy. Lane number 10, William Mendoza. Lane number 11, Santa Cruz. Lane number 12, Teresa Miller.
Heat 3 for the elite women are on the floor, getting ready to take on Mayhem up here on Saturday morning from Málaga. Introduce you to the women in lanes 3 through 16. Veslemar Kolsson, lane number 3, out of Norway. Next to her, Connie Easby, a young up-and-coming athlete out of the UK. Sylvia Garcia, super well-known and well competed here across Spain. Linda Kieshman, best that Netherlands has seen recently. Gucci Valdemar's daughter. 5-syllable names always trip me up a little bit. Maddie Edwards out of the UK. Jasmine Gilardi, one of several Italian women here in the field. Julia Blazkowska out of Poland. In the pink shoes there, lane 10, middle of the floor, looking to punch into that top heat, potentially going into tomorrow. Stenum Anna Svansdottir, young woman out of Iceland. Holding her own here against some veterans like Turi Helgadottir. Pretty cool to see the young and then the experience there next to each other from the same country. Madeline Pettersson out of Sweden will be in lane number 13. Green pants, red hair. Lane number 14, Leah Shoren out of Norway. Excuse me. Amanda Fusima out of Brazil. And then we'll have Leah Shoren out of Norway rounding out the heat. Andrea Solberg has withdrawn from the competition and will not be in this heat. All the women on the starting line except for Leah.
1 minute.
Youngster out of Norway will make her way over there with 1 minute to go. These are athletes 16 through 30 after yesterday. Top 15 were coming up in the final heat. 2 scoring events yesterday, 3 today. Plenty of opportunity. They have the bike and the muscle ups, the heavy lift later, and then a triplet of single dumbbell movements. Events 4 and 5 will be back-to-back on the competition floor, so there'll be one more stream today for those workouts this evening here in Málaga. Heat 3 of 4, heading to the bike for 24 calories on the assault bike, 30 bar muscle ups and 24 more calories. Time to beat Bergis Borgensdottir in the previous heat, 5:23 unofficially. Pedersen with a top 20 performance at the semifinals a couple years ago. She's had a couple of injuries, but she's been getting back into the competition scene. There's Turi Helgadottir, been in the game for a decade plus, still out here fighting among some of the best in Europe. Maddie Edwards in all black there. We got a big UK contingency, including 3 currently sitting in the top 10. Maddie looking to climb up there. There's Gucci in the yellow. Been on the competition grind and will be this year. She's actually going to be competing at the NorCal Classic, so if you're a fan of competitive fitness in the U.S., you get a chance to see the Icelandic women over there in a couple of weeks as well. Linda Kieshman, hand up there in the purple pants. She'll be looking to climb up today, and I think the workouts are well suited for her to do just that. Garcia with a hand up. Easby and Kolshed rounding out the heat there. They'll be on the left side of your screen when we go to the wide shot, but it's Leah Storen. I would not have had money on Leah Storen to get off the bike first. I would have had money on her to do the muscle ups faster than anyone else. The fact that she's off the bike first here, absolutely a surprise. Kieshman second to the bar. That is more as expected. Garcia, Persson, Stenum, and here comes pretty much everyone else in lane number 9. Jasmine Gilardi in the red shorts. Julia Blazkowska to her right, Maddie Edwards to her left in the all black. Gucci's on the bar. Easby and Kolstad. Helgadottir jumping up. And Amanda Fusima out of Brazil, second to the right, will be the last woman in heat number 3 to get to the pull-up bar. She should do quite well in the middle portion of this as well. I think more of like a Claudia Gluck type of an athlete that maybe a couple big sets here can push her more into contention with this heat and save a little bit for that last spike. Storen actually has that similar knee drive we saw from Hartel in the first heat. She's come off the bar. Last couple reps for Leah Storen here.
Yeah.
Green top, black pants on the far right side. One more rep to go. And Storen at the 3:10 mark is going to be obliterating the time from the previous heats. Hands up for a few of the other women as well, but it's Leah Storen alone on the bike at this point. Lane 11, Stinham. Sponsor are a little weird on the mounting of the bike there, but she's second to the bike, followed by Kieschmann. White and purple off to the left. So Storen, Sponsor, Kieschmann. Now Julia Blazowska there in the middle of the floor, and here comes Veslemoy Kolstad. So we got Krieger athletes on the bookends of the floor. Sitting in the top 5, Connie Easby in the pink will make her way there. Here comes Sylvia Garcia. Now Gucci. Final rep for Madeline Persson. She gets to the bike at the same time as Gilardi there in the middle of the floor. Here comes Tori Helgadottir. Less than 5 reps to go for Kusama and Edwards. They'll be the last two on the muscle ups. We're looking for hands up on the bikes. And there it is. Leah Storen. 4:42 on the clock, 4 calories to go. Should be enough to get in ahead of that time from Bjergås Borgensvater in the previous heat. Gambled on the first part of the bike, maintained the lead on the muscle ups. Fighting it out here. It's not going to be by a ton of calories. So wait a minute. Linda Kieschmann. I did not see the hand up from the judge, but Kieschmann at 5:05 will beat Storen. So Kieschmann and Storen. Oh no. And in lane 11, Stinham gets called back for something, not sure what, but she'll still finish at 5:21. Could still be the third fastest time we've seen. Few hands up on the far side of the floor. Connie Easby crossing the line there. About 5:37. Veslemoy Kolstad will get in. 5:45. Here comes Sylvia Garcia. 5:50. Gucci will be next off the bike. 5:57. Madeline Persson. 6:01. It's going to be a tight one here in the middle of the competition floor. Gilardi is going to be moved first. Jasmine will get to the finish line. 6:16. Here comes Julia Lazowska. 6:20. Tori Helgadottir should be the next one in. 6:29. Only 2 athletes still on the floor. Maddie Edwards. Make a quick work of this final bike section, actually. 1 more calorie for her. And Maddie Edwards will finish up here in 6:49. And then Amanda Fusama out of Brazil, less than 5 calories to go for her. Mayhem off expedition here. Amanda Fusuma out of Brazil will close out heat number 3 or 4 for the women here. But Leah Storen and Linda Kieschmann, both with times faster than the previous 2 heats. Apologies for not quite being on top of Linda there. I did not see the hand go up from the judge, and obviously on the bike, it's the only indicator we can get. I may have missed it, but either way, Linda Kieschmann with the come from behind heat win there, narrowly edging out Leah Storen. Good morning, Sylvia. So Linda Kieschman, I said, could be looking to mount the leaderboard today. She's very strong. The clean and jerk complex should be good for her. And gets a heat win there. So Linda Kieschman will have the top time going into the final heat here on Mayhem Up. We'll see if it holds up. Top 15 women after yesterday coming up next. Fourth and final heat of women here on Saturday morning from the University of Malaga inside the sports complex, and they're taking on Mayhem Up. We've seen it a couple times already this year. We get to see it one last time here this morning. Let's take a look at the top 15 women after day one of competition. In the all pink here, out of Norway, Sine Samseth. Next to her, Erika Eklund representing Sweden. Jennifer Muir from Scotland in lane number 5 in the green and pink. Sungyoung Choi, currently 7th overall out of South Korea. Great to have her here competing against some of the top women in Europe. Taylor Howe out of the UK as well will be in lane 7. Currently in 3rd place, Vort Thurman Mo, Krieger Training from Norway. The leader of the competition, representing Grit Programming out of Estonia, Andra Moistis. Second up in lane number 10, second overall, I should say, in lane number 10, Lucy Campbell there in the green pants. Next to her, Margot Massé out of France, currently in fourth overall. Elisa Pugliano from Italy in the black and green there, doing some squats, sitting in sixth. Julia Jakobsen from Germany holding down a spot in the top 10. Great day yesterday. Diana Pinchek, we referenced her earlier, out of the Ukraine, currently 10th overall, getting more and more competition experience under her belt. The youngster from Spain, Maria Granizo there in the max effort, black top, blue bottoms. From Switzerland, Emily Lundberg from Sweden will close out the heat there in the black and green. Here at the top 15 after yesterday, all chasing down Linda Kieschmann and Leah Storen, who are about 5:21, 5:22 on Mayhem up in the previous heat. Here we go with the final time today, 24 cals on the assault bike, 30 bar muscle ups, 24 cals on the assault bike, and you see the increase in intensity here in the final heat. Wow, look at Diana Pinchuk there. Julia Jacobson getting right on top of the bike as well. Margot Massé, Lucy Campbell, Andra Moistis, leader after one day of competition. Laura Thurman Moe, incredible capacity on the machines. Excited to see what she'll do on the back half of this one. There's Sun Young Choi in the white and brown. Jen Muir, there's Jacqueline and Sina Samseth. 45 seconds in. Looking for the first hands up here. And it's Laura Thurman Moe, middle of the floor. Blue and gray. Diana Pinchik, Taylor Howe, Jen Muir, Margot Massé, Lucy Campbell all with hands up. Now Moistis, Sun Young Choi. But Laura Thurman Moe is going to get to the muscle ups first. Lane number 8, slightly off center. To the left, blue and gray. And that's 2 reps. Again, she's third on the day coming in. 3 rep advantage. Campbell next to get a muscle up. Here comes Taylor Howe, Jen Muir, Diana Pinchik all into the muscle ups. Julia Jacobsen, Margot Massé, and Sun Young Choi moving back to the pull-up bar. Choi up before Massé. Emily Lundberg, Maria Granizo on the right side of the screen. Sina Samseth, Eric Eklund on the left side. And last to the pull-up bar, Elisa Pugliano, but keep an eye on her. 1:53 on the clock. Let's see if Pugliano in the black and green, just jumping up to the bar to the right of Massé in the blue, hangs on for all 30 muscle-ups here. Saw Linda Kieschmann with the come from behind event heat win in heat number 3. Pugliano. We talked about Claudia Gluck, B. Sagafi from Mayhem that were able to capitalize on the proficiency with gymnastics. You see the cycle right there, and I really noticed was not a lot of urgency getting on the pull-up bar because I think she knows what she's setting up for, which is potentially to pass by the entire heat here. Or at least most of it. Still has not come down, but it's Diana Pinchuk with the tattoos there in the brown sports bra. Hand up first. You can see how difficult these last few muscle-ups are getting. She's going to have to come down with 3 to go. Hand up for Lucy Campbell. Hand up for Laura Thurman Moe. Campbell's still on the bar. Laura is not. Hand up for Pugliano, and she drops with 5 to go, so not quite unbroken. Hands up for several of the women now. And it's Lucy Campbell, middle of the floor, first to the bike at the 3:14 mark. 7 seconds faster than Storen's split time. And should have more power up on the bike. And now Pinchuk, Diana Pinchuk is really showed up here in Malaga. Now Laura Thurman Moe. And I thought Laura may have a faster split on the second bike than the first one. She's hammering away at it. Pugliano goes from last to 4th in the heat. Now Taylor Howe. Here comes Lundberg and Granizo. And the race is on. Sina Samseth, far side of the floor in the all pink to the bikes. And the overall leader, Andra Moistis, fading here in the heat. She still has 4 reps to go. Margot Massé also still on the bar. Jacobsen on the bar. Sun Young Choi with her last rep. If she can get up there, she'll move forward. So Moistis and Massé really giving a lot away here. Still waiting for a hand up. And it's Campbell. Lucy Campbell middle of the floor, white top, green pants, 3 calories to go, 4:15 on the clock, 4 Thurman go, 5 reps to go. Lucy Campbell will open up Saturday with an event win and will take over the lead in the competition. 2 final reps, came in third with Moista struggling. 4 is going to move up into that second position as we head into a lift that she could also do super well in today. Margot Massey, 3 muscle ups to go and hanging out on the top of the bar. No hands up for anyone else. Pinchuk got here second, but fading on the last calories. Elisa Fuliano and Taylor Howe with hands up. Now Pinchuk as well. We still have not hit the 5-minute mark. They can all still beat the times from the previous heat. So Fuliano's strategy pays off. She'll take third in the heat, third in the event, and she'll move up some spots. She was only in 6th coming in. 3 of the women ahead of her still on the floor. One of them, Taylor Howe, a nice start to competition. Taylor Howe gets it. Jen Muir, a leg down. Garnizo ahead of Muir at the 5:14, 5:15. Sung Young Choi's gonna get in, 5:19. Sina Sampson's 5:21. Pinchek 5:22. Those will be very close to Kishman and Shorin from the previous heat. 2 calories left for Lundberg, 3 for Jacobson, 1 for Moistus, 4 for Ekelund. Massey on the bike as well now. And Emily Lundberg will have a nice finish here. At the 5:39 mark, Jacobson will get in. 5:42, Moistus, 5:44, 13th out of 15 in the heat. Came in as the leader, will not be after this is said and done. Erica Eklund up next, 5:52. And Margot Massey, the power is just not there for Margot Massey. She looks left and right and she knows what the situation is here. You gotta just dig deep here and try to find that mindset. So Lucy Campbell will take the event win. She'll move into the first place overall position. Laura Thurman-Moe will finish second. She should climb up into second. Elisa Pugliano last in the heat off the bike, but will take third in the event overall. She will move up a little bit from 6th. Taylor Howe, another awesome performance. Moistus will need to bounce back from that one. Sung Young Choi with a nice performance. Maria Granizo continues to impress. She just ahead of Sina Sampson, who's also been pretty good this season. Pinchuk out of the Ukraine. Another good performance here. First saw her in Dubai in December. Another big competition opportunity for her. She seems to have some serious potential.
Oh my god, if I can stand.
5-4. Another strong performance here. I know that's a brutal workout, but how do you feel about how you did?
I'm actually pretty happy because this is one of the workouts I've been a little bit stressed about because of the bar muscle up and also going into it from the rope clamps yesterday.
Yeah.
For me, this is a grip workout more than a cardio workout kind of.
Wow.
Because of the bar muscle ups, the bike is good for me.
Yeah.
I feel like the first bike for me at least isn't I can't gain a lot of it because you have to pace it because of the bar muscle ups.
Yep.
So it's a good programming, but I can feel it in my legs as well.
You've got a lot of team competition history, but we saw you in Dubai. You learned a little bit from there. Do you feel like you have a little bit more confidence coming to a stage like this as an individual now?
Yes, for sure. And also just the fact that I've been able to train consistently since Dubai. Going into Dubai wasn't the best for me. dealing with some injuries. So I feel like I was pretty rough in the rough start on my individual career, and then coming here, and I'm really happy with how I performed yesterday, exceed my expectations. So I'm just trying to be here and have fun this time, not too much like pressure on placement or performance.
And last question, you know, there's a big group from Krieger down here. You
Yeah.
guys travel really well, but how helpful is it to have that support?
It's everything, because even though people maybe didn't perform their best in some workouts, they're so supportive, and we feel like really want each other to do good. We doesn't see each other too much as competitioners, but actually as a team. I think that's really helpful, for sure.
Well, I know the Krieger team
Yeah.
mindset is very strong, and you're representing both yourself and them very well.
Thank
Great
you
job,
very much.
boys. We'll see you this evening.
Yeah.
For Thurman Mo, second on the event, should be second overall in the standings. And competing healthy. Dubai apparently coming in a little bit banged up, but have had a good training since then, and it's showing so far. 3 workouts down. We're in the middle of the competition here. Events 4 and 5 will come up around 4 p.m., 4:15 p.m. local time. Then I'll be up first. We got a lifting complex followed by a triplet of single dumbbell movements. We'll see you guys back here in Málaga this evening for events 4 and 5.